Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
With Honda, every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures even farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient full-line automaker. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Civic and a 3.9% APR on a 2022 Accord or 2023 HRV.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si based on EPA estimate of MY20 full-line automaker fleet-wide fuel economy 2021 EPA Automotive Trends Report.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
When you do the same thing for 135 years, you learn to do it well. For 135 years, we've been helping families through the hardest times of their lives. That's because we're a family as well. When your family loses a loved one, we're here to help. We're Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson. We're here when you need us.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Live from the Neon Moon in Martinsburg, it's time for Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. As it's time for Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Spencer Dupuis and Dylan Bishop here for Monday Night Mayhem, as we will start with the EPAC talk, as we had some high school football games going on.
Introduce everybody. Where are we?
We are live at the Neon Moon, as the Open just said, Spencer.
All right.
You missed it.
What's the Neon Moon?
The Neon Moon Tavern at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg. So stop on by, say hello, grab a bite to eat, and always on Monday nights we'll be here for the NFL season, starting a little bit early as the high school football season is underway. Let's start with the Martinsburg game. They got a 40-7 win against Salem. It was a slow start offensively, but that defense, I want to call them nightmare fuel for quarterbacks, not only within the state, but all around the region, guys. Do you agree?
Yeah, and I think when you look at all-stars with that defensive line, they brought back some guys, Aiden Fleming being one of them. They bolstered the roster with the transfer from South Carolina, Rashad Reed, who plays both ways on both sides of the offensive line and defensive line, and I think that was a big addition to the team with Christian Slack graduating, going to Shepherd to play football. But then, I think that this special forces, as Coach Sherman likes to call it, was very special. They blocked the punt. Aiden Fleming picked it up at the 1-yard line and just dove in the end zone for a touchdown. And that defense was really the saving grace of that first half. Although it was, I believe, 13-0 at the end of the half.
Yep.
That defense is really what saved the day, along with the special teams, because the offense just seemed like it wasn't in rhythm yet, And that's kind of odd for a Martinsburg team, but as the season goes along with the retooling that they put in there with Hudson Clement graduating and Murphy Clement trying to get back to full strength, because the injury that he had is one that's really, really hard to come back from, and he's coming back. He's played pretty well running the ball, but maybe you'll see him mix in some passing later on this season.
Yeah, and they really had to go to that next man up mentality that Coach Britt Sherman likes to talk about, when not only was Eric King, the running back, not able to play, but then Xavion Kendall goes down early in the game, and they have to rely on Zion Grantham to step up. And in the second half, he really got things going, because it was really him running up the middle in the third quarter that got things going, because, he went from having 8 yards at halftime to putting up, I think, 70 or so, almost all of that coming in the third quarter. And it was really his running attack that got things going, got it to 20-0. Then they ran things in with Ezra Bagent to get it up to 26. And from there, it was just kind of the offense got into a little bit more of a groove, and they were just able to put Salem away.
As we will now move on over to the Hedgesville game that we also had on Thursday night, as they defeated the Washington Patriots by a final score of 34-15. And that one really shocked a lot of people around the state, as Washington was up 15-0 at the half, but the air raid of the Eagles, which perfectly makes sense, led by Jackson Ruest, scored 34 unanswered points, guys. Is this team a contender in the state of West Virginia?
Well, I want to talk more about that ball game. I think it was just a lot of sloppy mistakes in that first half. Penalties, misalignment, and we hear from head coach Matt Fairclough for the Hedgesville Eagles all the time. Alignment, assignment football, and it didn't seem like the team was really doing that in the first half. But going back to that ball game, you talked to him at half, and it didn't seem like he really wanted to talk to you, but he did talk to you, which was a good thing. But whatever was said in that locker room going in the second half, I think changed some things, because I think they knew what that team could be, and that the team in the second half is really what that team could be this year. And Jackson Ruest in his senior year, I think this is going to be this has a possibility to be a good year for this Hedgesville team. But Jackson Ruest, they're now air raid. That's basically their offense now. They went from a running style offense there in the hybrid wing to now it's just a straight up spread offense. And I think that is what can change some things. They have some receivers. They have receivers that weren't even on the two deep that continually wowed us. Braylon Connor, Xavier Kirk, who's mainly a cornerback as a sophomore, and that to go along with their receiving core that they have, and Tanner Matthew being one of the big guys on that team that'll get you a lot of touchdowns. I think moving Eli Fairclough inside to a lineman position also helped as well, because it gives Jackson Ruest a little bit more time to run the ball, pass the ball, and I think he is now committed to throwing the ball, so you want somebody in there and somebody to be a cornerstone in being Eli Fairclough.
Yeah, and they had DeMonte Martin was another wide receiver who played really well, and just a sophomore in his first varsity action. And I think overall this switch to this sort of air raid thing is going to be a great move for them, because those guys on the outside, they are really, really good with the ball in their hands, and they can make plays, as a lot of those touchdowns and big yardage plays came on screen passes that they just made down the field. And Jackson Ruest was able to make those plays, and also, when he had to scramble around and make something happen with his legs as well, then he was really able to. So I think that offense looks really good. The defense as well, they were able to just shut down the single wing offense of Washington to the point where they switched quarterbacks and pretty much went away from it fully. And I think if they clean up those mistakes, it was, like you said, Spencer, just penalties and dumb turnovers and fumbles that they had, just not holding on to the ball very tightly. If they clean that stuff up, which I think they can do, because Coach Matt Fairclough seems like he runs a tight ship over there. Those guys at halftime really got things together. Then they can be a contender.
All right, so my two questions. Will Jackson Ruest be a top quarterback in West Virginia, and will Hedgesville be a top team in AAA, at least in the top 10? Yes or no, guys, and why?
I think Jackson Ruest can be. He showed what he showed, and I think if he can continue that down the line, I think he could possibly be a top quarterback in the state of West Virginia. Moving on to that second question, I think it all depends on – the problem with them being a top 10 team is that where they were as a program when they kind of made this schedule is different than where head coach Matt Fairclough wants them to be. So, they're playing some teams that aren't necessarily AAA teams, or that aren't, that aren't teams that are there, like in Virginia, where this Warren County team is not necessarily a high-powered team in the state of West Virginia. I think that, come later on, maybe next year, and they have some, higher caliber teams on their schedule, if they can continue what they have this year into next year, I think it could be huge.
Dylan?
I think that Jackson Ruiz can definitely be one of the top quarterbacks in the state because he has the weapons to do so. Like we talked about all those wide receivers that made those plays. And again, he didn't even have to do a whole lot in that game on his own to get those numbers that he ended up having. And then past that, can they be a top 10 team? I need to see more from them before I go that far and call them top 10. I think they have that sort of ceiling. Now, before I would go out and say that they're going to do it, I got to see some more.
And I think it may just be that they're not unable to do so because of how, even if they do run the table, I don't necessarily know that it's going to be hard for them to run the table. They got Martinsburg, and, I think even an 8-2 team could possibly be a top 10 team, but I just don't see them. I said on EPAC All Access a few weeks ago that they could be a 7-8 win team. I think they're a 6 to 8 win team, 8 being the very highest of the ceiling this year. I think, though, years from now, you could see Hedgesville get to be a better team.
All right, let's move on now to the Musselman game as they defeated the Spring Mills Cardinals by a final score of 27-0. And for those of you that tune into our other show, the Sports Mix, or EPAC All Access, you've heard us say that Baden Hartman as well as Ray Adamas could be one of the top quarterback wide receiver combos in the state, and that definitely showed in Adamas having a receiving touchdown, Hartman 2 rushing touchdowns, the passing touchdown to Ray Adamas going 11 of 15 for 143 yards, guys, and Braden Miller defensively getting a pick 6. Is Musselman back? I know it's early to really pose that question in week 1, especially since they play Martinsburg week 2, but do you like this Musselman team?
I think I like the mentality. I mean, it's no secret that when we do our games, we have to go out to the practices earlier in the week to record. And with this week going up to Connecticut with Shepherd, we went out to the Musselman practice today, and they did get a shutout, 27-0 victory over Spring Mills, but it just seemed like the energy that was there around them, around the team, and just talking to off mic, when we were just chatting with Coach Thomas. I think this could be a very, very good team this year, and I think he's getting the feel that this is like his top teams that he's had in the past 4, 5, 6 seasons. And I think that Baden Hartman coming back from injury, if he could stay healthy, you put Hartman and Adamas together, they very well could be a top duo in the state of quarterback wide receiver. And I think Musselman, if they can continue to do what they do, it's going to be a hard game this week. And if they can get 7 to 8 wins, I think it's a great season that they can go in the playoffs for, and potentially see Martinsburg in a state semifinal.
I guess it depends on your definition of being back, but I would say that they are back to being a winning team because they got Baden Hartman back, and he showed in that first game against Spring Mills that he is going to be able to lead them to some wins against a team like Spring Mills, which again is young and developing, but he showed that he can put the team on his back. He had all 3 touchdowns that they had in that game, so I think that they're back to their winning ways in terms of I expect them to go above 500, but in terms of how high will they go, I got to wait and see.
Alrighty, let's move over to the last game of last week from within the EPAC, and that was Jefferson. They went and traveled to Millbrook, getting a 27-22 lead. Jefferson led 20-0 at the half. Quentin Goins, being the new starting quarterback for him, got 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown, going 13 for 16 with 189 yards. Evan Toole, a guy that we were pretty high on in the preseason, had 16 carries for 65 yards. Fritz, 54 yards. Spencer Powell, 35 yards. And Keyshawn Robinson, 24 yards. So the offense looked solid for the most part, but they almost let a Millbrook team who was 1-9 last year come back. Should Jefferson be worried a little bit, or do you think overall they'll be fine?
Well, Jefferson led 20-0 at halftime. Now, I don't know if the foot off the gas maybe a little bit offensively, but only a touchdown in the second half. That kind of confuses me here for a team that, was so pivotal last year in, being able to have that breakthrough season under head coach Craig Hunter. I still have some questions. I mean, Millbrook, not a great team last year. I don't know about this year. We'll have to see as their season goes on. How close was that loss for them, a 5-point loss? But I still have big questions about this Jefferson team. Only able to put up 7 in the second half and give up 22. I mean, you can't do that against EPAC opponents. Because if you do that against EPAC opponents, no matter the team, especially, you're looking at a team like Musselman, who they're going to play in a few weeks, and a Hedgesville team that could be very dangerous. I think they could be trouble.
Yeah, it's definitely concerning.
They could be in trouble, excuse me.
Yeah, it's definitely concerning, but I think the positive takeaway you take from that is that your new quarterback played pretty well. Like, he was able to, do his part and get them to that 20-0, lead at halftime. But, there might just be a little bit of growing pains with this team. I think if you're talking about, are you worried that they may not be a top 10 team in the state this year, then yeah, I think you should be worried. I think you should have been worried to begin with because you were losing a quarterback who is gone and is playing at Shepherd now, one of the best teams in Division II football. So you should automatically assume that there's going to be some sort of downturn a little bit because it's going to be hard to step in and have that same production, not to mention any of the other guys that they may have lost to graduation. So I think in terms of, are they going to be 9-1? Are you worried after your first game? Yeah, I would think so. But it's not any different than what you were thinking coming into the season. But your quarterback did play well. So in that case, I'm a little less worried about the team overall since the quarterback seemed to do a pretty good job.
All right, since we're short on time for the remainder of this segment, let's go quickly into next week's games for Friday and just give who we think's going to win quickly. All right, ready? Musselman at Martinsburg. Got to give the edge to the Bulldogs being the #1 team in the state.
Martinsburg.
Got to go with the Bulldogs.
Jefferson against Sharando. That should be a tough one for both teams. I think Jefferson can squeak it out, though. I know Sharando's looking pretty good this year. What do you think, guys?
I think this could be a coin flip game. It all depends on that second half defense for Jefferson, and I think I've got to give the edge to Jefferson, though. If their quarterback could be as good as he was that last game, only 3 incompletions and 2 touchdowns, I think maybe you have over 200 yards. I think they get a good win.
I mean, I was just really optimistic about them, but I'm going to go with Sharando in this game.
All right, Hedgesville versus Warren County in Virginia. I like the offense that Hedgesville has. I'm sticking with the Eagles.
Obviously, I got to go with the Eagles. Warren County lost 40-7 last week, so it's going to be the Eagles for me.
Got to go with Hedgesville.
All right, and then the last one, Spring Mills against Washington. I think that one's going to be a coin flip game as well, and I'm going with the young guys, the Spring Mills Cardinals, getting the win in a very, very close game. Might even have overtime, I'm going to go with.
I mean, it just depends on that defense for Washington. Can they keep the shutout going against, Hedgesville, or excuse me, Washington, or Spring Mills not being able to score? But can Max Anderson kind of make a big impact in that game? Those are the two big questions. But I think Washington gets back in the win column this week. Whatever it is, it's going to be huge because one team in the EPAC is going to be 0-2 in the EPAC, and one team is going to be 1-1 and 1-1 in the EPAC.
I'm going with Washington. I think they get back on track with their running offense.
All right, there you guys go. We'll take our first break here on Monday Night Mayhem live from the Neon Moon Tavern in Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg. Come by, say hello, get a bite to eat, as at 6:30 we'll be joined by the Shepherd head coach and Ernie McCook, and then at the next hour, the 7 to 8 o'clock hour, we'll be joined by the Shepherd quarterback, Tyson Bagent, as well as his dad, Travis Bagent, and Tyson will be bringing along a guest receiving word that we'll have the tight end of the Shepherd Rams, Brian Walker, as well, so don't go anywhere. We'll take a 3-minute break, be back to talk the Backyard Brawl, right here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Did you know that specialty care is now available in Shepherdstown? At the WVU Medicine Shepherdstown Medical Office Building, you have access to more healthcare services and physicians nearby. Cardiology services are offered there through WVU Medicine Heart and Vascular Institute, operated by University Health Associates. Other specialty care offered at WVU Medicine Shepherdstown includes endocrinology, metabolic health, and 2 departments of Berkeley Medical Center, Lab, and X-ray. Make an appointment for these specialty care offices at WVUmedicine.org.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Welcome back to Monday Night Mayhem, live from the Neon Moon Tavern off Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Spencer Dupuis and Dylan Bishop, as we will now talk about the 105th edition of the Backyard Brawl between the Pittsburgh Panthers and the West Virginia Mountaineers, as Pitt comes in the 17th team in the country, favored by a touchdown over the Mountaineers. But I know you're a Marshall guy, Spencer, so we'll put you on the hot seat. In this rivalry, which side do you typically pick on?
Look. If anybody's on the hot seat this season, it's head coach for the Mountaineers, Neil Brown. This is a make or break year for Neil Brown and this WVU team. It's going to be a hard game. Preseason rankings are preseason rankings, though, but number 17 Pitt, they are favored by a touchdown. I think it all comes down to how does JT Daniels perform in his first game as starting quarterback. Was announced today during the Neil Brown press conference that he is a starting quarterback. We kind of knew that all along, but
yeah, Tony Caridi on that said it's the biggest surprise, non-surprise ever.
Yeah,
because everybody knew that's what it was going to be, but they waited until today.
This season, how does that offense do? Obviously, you had a guy transfer out, a quarterback who now wound up back in the transfer portal, and I think that it all depends on how this offense goes. With this new OC and Graham Harrell, and the three guys in this game have a connection: Graham Harrell, JT Daniels, and the new starting quarterback for Pitt, Keaton Solvis.
That is true, and that brings up the question. So, does the fact that Pitt's quarterback in Slovis, working with Graham Harrell last year, give an advantage to the Pitt Panthers? Or does it give an advantage to West Virginia? And I think it gives an advantage to West Virginia because Harrell knows the ins and outs of Slovis, so he'll know maybe he can give a little bit of help, hopefully, to the defensive side of the West Virginia Mountaineers, led by Dante Stills and Jasir Cox, who's a transfer, and Rashad Ajayi, to know how to attack him and put pressure on him.
Yeah, I think that this, an offensive coordinator should know the strengths and weaknesses of your quarterback to kind of be able to tailor the offense to his liking, to what he should be able to do. So in that way, Graham Harrell should be able to give some insight to how Keaton Slovis is going to be, give that kind of information to the defensive coordinator. and say, these are the kind of things that he does well, what he doesn't do well, where you can attack that. So I think rather than vice versa.
I think it's hard the other way around because Slovis has got a game to get ready for.
Right.
And he's a student athlete as well. So he doesn't have time to just go talk with the defensive coordinators. Maybe like one or two things. Oh, this is something he likes to do. But I think Graham Harrell, as the offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, he could spend time with the DC for West Virginia and all these other position coaches and be like, this is what Slovis tends to do here. These are his tendencies from what I remember as his coach. I think it's hard to do it when you're a student athlete because you've got so much other going on.
And in the same way, when you look at JT Daniels, he just spent time at Georgia playing a different offense away from Graham Harrell and the USC system. So at that same time, you can't really go the other way with it. You can say, what does Keaton Slovis know about JT Daniels' kind of tendencies and the way that he worked in Graham Harrell's offense? But you can't really do it that way. But so I think in that way, WVU has the advantage in that game.
11 years in the making since the last time that these two schools met. Does that really kill the rivalry, do you think, for the players? Or do you think because of the fan bases and the hatred between the two that these players know what this backyard brawl is and that you'll see the intensity that you saw 11 years ago?
I've got a lot to say about this, which sounds kind of odd coming from somebody that doesn't follow any of these two teams. I saw Blue and Gold Nation posted all these teasers for the documentary that they were putting out about it. And, I think it makes a lot of sense. A lot of people from western Pennsylvania go to West Virginia. It's so close. They're only an hour in proximity. I think no matter what, this is a rivalry game. And I think that fans are going to come out for this game. Obviously, we know that it's already sold out. I think that this is a rivalry game, and I think that it's because of proximity. And I think that no matter how long they take off between games, I think that it's going to be interesting. It's going to be rowdy. There's going to be a lot of maybe some fan fights. I don't know.
Hopefully not.
Oh, there's going to be
But
fights.
I think there's also going to be...
You always hope not.
I think there's also going to be extracurriculars on the football field.
I do too. I think these two teams...
you saw it in warm-ups the last time they played, I believe.
What it is. Because if you've been watching on social media, at the pit practice, they've been blaring Country Roads. And on the other side, at the WVU practices, they've been blaring Sweet Caroline. Also, I'm going to welcome in our one segment that we will be doing throughout the show every Monday night live here at the Neon Moon Tavern for Monday Night Mayhem, and that's the Sports Doctor's Diagnosis, all right? And I'm going to diagnose the Pitt Panthers with a case of bad breath, okay? I know we can't say the word, but the reason why they have bad breath is because everybody in this state knows what Pitt eats, and I'm just going to leave it there and move on.
Listen,
probably close the segment
because of that, WVU never stopped hating Pitt.
You don't. It's impossible. Everybody around here, you learn to hate Pitt, so it should be a great one. Thursday night, 7 o'clock. You can listen to that game on Talk Radio WRNR 106.5 FM, 7:40 a.m. as the West Virginia Mountaineers take on the Pitt Panthers with a 4 p.m. pregame. But on TV 10, we'll have the Shepherd Rams game as they also play Thursday night at 5:30 with a 5 p.m. pregame as they take on Southern Connecticut State. And on the other side of this break, we'll be joined by the Shepherd head coach and Ernie McCook. So don't go anywhere as this is Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
When you do the same thing for 135 years, you learn to do it well. For 135 years, we've been helping families through the hardest times of their lives. That's because we're a family as well. When your family loses a loved one, we're here to help. We're Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson. We're here when you need us.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Welcome back to the Neon Moon Tavern off 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg for some Monday Night Mayhem. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Spencer Dupuis, as we're now joined by the Shepherd head coach, Ernie McCook. Thank you, Coach McCook, for coming on every Monday night now. We're going to start this off. It's going to be a lot of fun for the football season as you guys kick off this Thursday night against Southern Connecticut State. So I want to talk about first just how you guys got that team on the schedule.
I'll tell you what, we spent a lot of time contacting a lot of schools that had the same open date. And their coach, Tom Godick, he said if we can work it out with his administration, we're up for it. He's been super to work with, very accommodating from the film exchange to who plays the first home game, having a home-and-home series. You can just tell he runs a first-class program. And I know they're going to be ready to play. It's going to be a challenging opener for us, but it took a lot of work to find a team within region. It'll be to our advantage to play within region as well.
And obviously, you get that Thursday night, Thursday evening kind of feel to know that your team's going to be one of the first teams playing in Division II college football. Do you think that's an advantage to you guys, that you get to kind of go play Thursday night and then get the weekend off and then kind of get back at it?
Camp is always a grind, and it's nice to be able to have a game on Thursday night and then give our kids Friday and Saturday off. Get a chance. We have guys that have been on campus for the first time. They'll have a chance to go home, see their families, just be home, get a home-cooked meal at the beginning of the Labor Day weekend. But we'll be back at work on Sunday. But it's pretty exciting. It's good for our kids, and the fact that we're playing a 5:30 kickoff. Southern Connecticut sold me on it by saying we'll be the first Division II football game of the 2022 season.
Alrighty, let's talk about how the offseason has gone for the team. What do they look like? What have you guys been working on for Team 93 this year, correct?
Yeah, it's Team 93. We graduated a lot of really good football players, guys that have a lot of productive snaps for us. But the fact that we've worked our butts off to bring this team together and gel as a football team. And I think we're seeing it come together here as we finish up camp and we're in our game week preparation for Southern Connecticut. I'm really proud of the leadership that we do have. And the young guys and the new guys we have in the program have done a tremendous job of buying into the Shepherd way.
And you talk about the new guys and the young guys, specifically some young guys I know that I saw on your social media that you guys were getting a lot of good work in this summer for a lot of players that were able to get here this summer and be close to campus and able to do some workouts. How big is that to your advantage that you guys have a lot of kids, a lot of student athletes in proximity that live around here.
You know, the fact that they're here working together, building the camaraderie and getting to know one another was tremendous. You know, and that was spearheaded by Tyson Bagent. You know, Tyson did a tremendous job of organizing the skill guys to throw and catch. And, you know, I tell the NFL scouts when they come in, I say the guy organizes it with his teammates. It's very structured. It has a purpose. And I got it, hats off to Tyson, and I appreciate his leadership there. The guys that have done a great job in the weight room and the off-season running and coming together and the energy they bring was really, you know, it was exciting for me as the coach and the coaches that were around it. We had a chance to throw some burgers and dogs on the grill after every workout, and I think the kids appreciated that, and it was all about building the team camaraderie.
Since you mentioned Tyson, I wanted to ask your side during his time in the transfer portal. What was it like just on your side when he was in that transfer portal? Did you get any calls from any schools that were looking at him or anything like that?
You know, we were 100% supportive of Tyson, and one thing about Tyson, he was very transparent in the whole process, and even after his 2 visits that he made, he and I would sit down and talk about those visits. There was a part of me that felt like his high school coach, you know, as he was visiting places. And I was trying to be, you know, remain like, dude, I want you to come back here, but, you know, you got to make the decision that's best for you. To say that it was an easy 10 days to 2 weeks for me, no, it wasn't. You know, Tyson's the best football player I've ever been around. He makes everybody around him better. And I would, if he would have gone, I would have been happy for him, but I would have missed the heck out of him. You know, he's a once in a lifetime type of guy to coach, and you know, it was hard, but I was glad when I was super excited when he called me and told me he was pulling himself out of the portal the next day. That was probably as happy moment as I've had, and you know, my son is his roommate, and they were together through the whole time, and I call my son, hey, Michael, man, what do you know? You know? and my son was like, I don't know, Dad, man. He liked those visits.
Did he pin him down, make sure he stayed?
No, he didn't. You know, I think, and our whole team understood what Tyson was doing, and he was very open and honest with his communication, and you know, that's a credit to who he is as a young man.
And you know, we talked with Tyson at the scrimmage day. And, you know, he talked about everything that's kind of this last year's been, from last year to winning the Harlan Hill to going into the transfer portal, learning about himself, what Division I schools think about him, because he did get passed over when he was being recruited into college. And he said this upcoming season, it's not as much, like he said, basically all the personal accolades, I've done what I can do. Now it's time to focus on not throwing as many interceptions and bonding with my team, and then as a team for us to win the conference and basically win a national championship.
Well, you know, we set those goals every year. Let's win the opener, win the PSAC East, win the conference, get a bid to the playoffs, and win the last game we play. And it starts with this Thursday with Southern Connecticut. I love it when we talk about winning a national championship and stuff like that, but, you know, we've got some things we have to do first. But Tyson is the guy that we're hooking onto, and he leads our football team. The guy has got unbelievable presence. He's awesome, and the things he said to you doesn't surprise me. You know, that he's a very focused young man, and you know, I tell the NFL scouts when they come in, he may not make your team, but you're going to be proud that you brought him into your club. And I'm really looking forward to this football season with Tyson. And watching this team grow. We have a lot of tremendous young men in our program, and I'm really excited about these guys we have. And you know, we've got our challenges as a program. We graduated a lot of really good football players, and if we're going to have success, I said it at Media Day, we're going to talk about guys we don't know about right now, guys that are going to make plays and do some great things, and you know, and Tyson's going to help them do that.
I want to keep talking about the transfer portal, but shifted over to what's it been like for you guys with recruiting? What's your thought? Yeah, what's your thoughts on the transfer portal, and how has it made it tougher for you guys, I guess, to recruit, or easier?
You know, I think this has been a really unique year for the transfer portal. The fact how they changed it, where guys could transfer up, and not lose a year. And I when I sit there and think about guys that do that, I think we missed out on probably having some guys come to Shepherd. Where in the past we were able to get guys that were at some FCS programs transfer down to be able to play. And the fact that you see so many Division II guys that have transferred up, it was absolutely amazing. We had a couple receivers we were working with. It would have been, I think we would have nailed them down, but they got Division I offers.
And I think that's the big thing about this transfer portal now is that it giveth, but it also taketh away.
It does, and I can tell you, I sat there and just mentioned there's a couple of receivers that we didn't get, and I say it all the time. You can't worry about the players you don't get. You got to win with the guys you have. And I tell you what, man, if you when your guys are around our football team, and you get a chance to spend time with them, and then see them make the plays on the field and see how hard they work, this is going to be a tremendous team, a fun team to follow and be around.
And you guys were able to get some transfers that you just didn't mention who they were yet, but yep. you got a guy coming down from Division I level NC State, and you got two local guys.
Yeah,
specifically.
Yeah, absolutely. Max Fisher is a receiver that played in Gonzaga College. Was at NC State. He saw that. There's where a guy like Tyson Bagent attracts good receivers like that. Blake Hartman, the running back that we have from that was at Lehigh, is a Musselman guy. Dwayne Grantham, the JUCO transfer from Lackawanna, Martinsburg guy. So we've been very fortunate. If you're going to attract good transfers, you got to be able to be a place where guys want to come home to. And I think we've proven that we are that the guys that are in our program that are from local schools come and have a good experience. I love our culture, and I love what we've developed with that.
What is the goals and expectations for this team this season that you've set for them? Some challenges.
Well, the challenge is going to be how fast can we come together as a team. We're all, it's going to take everybody pulling in the same direction and working together. We win together. And I think the goals, are from what I stated earlier. We want to win the opener, win the East, win the conference, and get a bid to the national playoffs and see where we end up from there.
Alrighty, we're going to take a break here. Keep you on, though, for our next segment. It looks like we might have some of the specials here from the Neon Moon Tavern that we might bring on, and we'll also break down position by position for this year's Shepherd team, as well as a little bit more about this Thursday's game against Southern Connecticut State. All right, Coach?
Sounds great.
All right, don't go anywhere. We'll take a 3-minute break live from the Neon Moon Tavern. It's Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
CMA Honda of Winchester understands supply chain issues in the automotive industry that has significantly reduced dealer inventories of new cars. That's why we have launched Drive More Days now through September 5th. CMA is already committed to never charging over a sticker for our new vehicles, but now, during this special Drive More Days event, customers will also receive a $500 gas card with purchase of a used vehicle. Go buy your used vehicles now at CMA Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Did you know that specialty care is now available in Shepherdstown? At the WB Medicine Shepherdstown Medical Office Building, you have access to more healthcare services and physicians nearby. Cardiology services are offered there through WVU Medicine Heart and Vascular Institute, operated by University Health Associates. Other specialty care offered at WVU Medicine Shepherdstown includes endocrinology, metabolic health, and 2 departments of Berkeley Medical Center, Lab, and X-ray. Make an appointment for these specialty care offices at wvumedicine.org.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move. mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com. Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Welcome back to the Neon Moon Tavern at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Spencer Dupuis and the head coach of the Shepherd Rams, Coach Ernie McCook, on the Monday Night Mayhem debut on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10. It looks like we have some pretty good food in front of us just waiting. Here, Dylan, it's fine. You can come hand it to us so we can see what it is instead of you texting it to us. It's probably easier. You've been on TV before. It's fine. 8-ounce filet. 16-ounce ribeye with cherry wine reduction and a side of broccoli. And it looks like those... Anything for the other side I didn't get? Obviously, it's a pulled pork sandwich. Don't know what type of barbecue sauce, but smells good?
Smells good. Whatever barbecue sauce it is, it smells great.
So, Coach McCook, which one you want? We'll let you go first.
Oh, you know what? The steak looks great.
There you go. Give him the steak.
All right, I'll try. Am I trying this on there?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Do you want a even more challenge while we talk to you while you try to eat, or no? Okay.
No, go ahead.
Let's break down position by position. Let's start with, obviously, Tyson at quarterback, but let's go depth chart-wise. Start with the running backs who you guys got.
We have all-conference performer Ronnie Brown back, and we're really excited about where he is and what he brings to the table. You talk about the guys that have done things in the summertime to really position themselves to be great this year. Ronnie Brown is that guy. Brings great energy to the program. He's a tremendous competitor and never lets down. You know, is always pushing and to be the best he can possibly be. And behind him is Yvonne Holly. Yvonne was number 3 last year. Yvonne's had a great spring and fall camp, and we think he'll be able to really do a nice job there. And then Blake Hartman. Blake is learning our offense every day. We're really excited about that and what he can bring as a running back in the pass game, and as well as special teams.
How's the steak?
The steak is phenomenal.
All right, we'll let you get another bite.
I'm gonna try
the broccoli as well. Got to eat healthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and be healthy.
And then, so that you don't get mad at me. Next one, fullback. Can't skip over it. I mean, a lot of teams, you know.
All right, the fullback, the fullback just showed up, and
the fullback.
The fullback's got a beautiful mother, His mom is so hot.
Here comes the mayhem.
All right.
There we go.
All right, just so you know, and it's.
Some people would say you've known this fullback his entire life.
I have, yeah. I'm very fortunate, man. I am really a blessed individual, man. I've fallen out of a lucky tree, and I'm hitting every branch all the way down. My son is living his dream. He grew up here watching Shepherd University football. I have pictures of him sitting in the stands, and he's playing football where he's always wanted to be. And it's a blessing for me. He's going into his senior year. The COVID extended it. He's going to leave with an MBA, bachelor's and a master's in business administration, and does a great job for us. Dustin Fisher is right there with him from Clear Spring, Joey's brother. So it's a position I feel very good about, and they understand their role, and they're going to do a great job for us.
Wide receivers.
Well, don't forget tight ends.
I'll get to that next.
Okay, all right. I just, because I compartmentalize.
That's fine.
Wide receivers, Ryan Beach, is coming back from a Rookie of the Year, and Ryan's going to be a mainstay for us. He's somebody that Tyson has great trust in. Really excited about what Marlon Cook can do, a graduate student for us, been in his program for 4 years. And I think Marlon has got great chemistry with Tyson. I think some good things will happen there. Newcomers that we have, Alfonso Ferre has had a great week practice. He's a Lackawanna Community College transfer, along with Kenny Edlin is a transfer from Westchester, and who else is playing well there? Those are the guys that are standing out right now.
Unfortunately, though, you lost a receiver for the year, though.
I did. Malachi Brown was having a great season. I mean, great preseason camp. There was going to be some great things with him. I really thought, I kind of told him, you're going to be a lot like Dylan Brewer, man. Dylan Brewer had 10 or 12 catches his junior year, ended up having
that's the Mayhem's the fly.
Yeah, 99 catches a year after that. So, yeah, Malachi, that was injury really hurt us. And that one, really I'm going to miss Malachi, and because we're really expecting great things for him.
Tight end.
Tight end,
like
Brian,
you wanted, Coach.
Yeah, Brian Walker is going to have a chance to have a great season for us. And I think he's very dynamic in the pass game. He's buying into setting the edges and doing the things as a complete tight end would do there. And then Dustin Fisher and Michael, my son, McCook, along with Jack Rosnich, a defensive lineman we moved to tight end, will help us there.
Offensive line. Also, Spencer, I know you're looking at that pulled pork. You can eat right now. I know Coach is talking. Also, line. Coach, feel free to stop and eat too.
Yeah,
you don't want it to get cold.
Well, you gotta take a bite of the steak if you're talking about O-line.
Got to move the mic, man. You're getting sloppy, Spencer. Mike's gonna yell at you for that.
Hey, this filet is awesome.
That's good to hear. There you go. So stop on by to the Neon Moon Tavern, have the steak. What do you think of the pulled pork, Spencer? I'll let you obviously finish chewing and then bring the mic back down. Let us know what you think.
That's some really good barbecue, pork barbecue, because we're not at a barbecue place.
Yeah.
We're at a tavern, a bar, and grill, and I think that is really good pork barbecue.
Yeah, I like the steak so much I was going to eat another piece before I talked about our O-line.
It's up to you.
I love talking about our offensive line. Joey Fisher is our mainstay there. He's playing right tackle. He's coming off an all-conference, all-American performance. Really hope that he'll be the great leader there. Adam Steele transferred to us last year from WVU as a Martinsburg grad. He does a great job at center and playing at a high level for us and very consistent with what he does. Really looking for great things from Ty Lucas. This is Lucas's time to shine and be great, and really excited about what he brings to the table. Wyatt Pelgano and Chandler Brown are two guys that I think are going to bring some great effort and energy to us. Our O-line, we're going to have, Joey's got like 28 starts as a guy. Adam, with his injury, has 7. So we've got some young guys there that we're going to have to protect and do some good things with. All right.
And moving over to that defensive side
Can't
here.
forget that you just ate, Spencer.
I should know that I had that down. Moving over to the defensive side of your defensive line.
D-line-wise, Matt Benarski's doing a great job inside, along with Nate Muley from Jefferson High School. Transfer from Shippensburg, Solo Alexander, I think is going to bring some great depth and give us very significant snaps. But the two guys that I want to talk about on our D-line, first is Malik Holloway. Malik Holloway is a speed, bending, rushing defensive end. But the guy on defense that needs to get all the accolades and needs to get all the attention is Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith is a double-digit sack guy the last 2 years. Unbelievable motor, unbelievable energy, effort guy, and very productive. I think all the things that are going to happen for us defensively will happen through Kyle.
I will tell you that I went to the high school in Northern Virginia, so I got to watch him play at Dominion.
Okay, yeah.
And he was pretty dominant in high school.
Kyle's fantastic, man, and he's challenged Joey and our other tackle.
I was about to say, and I know Joey being from Berkeley Springs playing Clear Spring, so I don't want to tell my story yet until Joey's on the show that I have from Joey, but it doesn't end well for my team. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, well, Kyle and Joey, those two guys battling. Kyle has got a motor that has got the best motor on the team. He has great energy, great effort, and he's a guy that I'm really looking forward to seeing how this year plays out for him. I think he's got an opportunity to do some great things for us. Really excited about that group. They're going to be coached by Levern Beelan, who joined our staff here this summer. I think Levern is going to do a tremendous job with those guys. He brings a great wealth of experience, is a tremendous coach. So I think the things that he'll do with that is awesome.
And then moving to the linebacker core.
Linebacker core, Dwayne Grantham, man. Dwayne Grantham from Lackawanna through Martinsburg to Lackawanna to back here to Shepherd. Dwayne came in the spring, did a tremendous job all spring playing the will linebacker, and he's done nothing but get better every day. We think Devin Lynch is going to be able to be the Mike linebacker in there along with Kevin Kausner. And the guy Cole Scott from Northern Virginia as well. I think those guys are going to be very solid players for us.
Then to your secondary, your corners.
The corners, Clayton Batten, and looking forward to getting Donnell Howard out there. But Batten is our guy. He's done a tremendous job there. Donnell is missed last year, is back this year, and also I think you're going to see some freshmen step up and contribute. I think safety-wise in the back end, Emilio Pena and transfer Christian McDowell are all guys that will have the ability to make plays, and I think you guys will be talking about on your show.
All right, and then the safeties?
Yeah, it'll all start with Keyshawn Haley at the weak safety, and then along with Donnell Howard's playing some safety, along with Maury Terry. Maury Terry played at St. Francis in Baltimore, and played at a high level there, and I think he'll do some great things for us as a true freshman.
And can't forget about special teams.
Yeah. Well, we graduated.
Especially since you had a kicking competition.
Yeah, we did. We graduated Hayden August Scriven, and Jacob Haney has earned that spot. He'll be our kicker going into the season. But we'll have great competition. We'll have steady backups there with Garrett Hutchison and James Bozick, as a freshman from Hayfield. And then Barrick. Ryan Barrick is going to do a great job at the punters. And we went out and we got a transfer long snapper from Notre Dame College, Zach Fry, Ohio guy, graduated from Notre Dame. And, man, it's important to have a great long snapper. And we think we've got a really good one here with Zach Fry.
All in all, your team looks really good at that scrimmage. It's more of a situational scrimmage for your team. But, you got to talk. One thing we haven't mentioned, and I don't want to forget about it, is the new offensive coordinator you brought in.
Yeah, Coach Tyler Haynes. He was the head coach at Urbana University when they shut down. I thought he did a tremendous – and he's been at IUP as the offensive coordinator, then became the head coach at Urbana. And he took Urbana from really a bottom feeder type school to a competitive program. That was actually in 2019 – late in the year in the mix to play in the national playoffs. The fact that we were able to attract him is a credit to Shepherd University, the culture of our program, and Tyson Bagent. Good coaches want to coach really good players, and when he saw that opportunity to do that, he took full advantage of it.
All righty, before we finish up, what can we expect this Thursday night against Southern Connecticut State and all season long from your team?
Southern Connecticut is don't be fooled by what you see from the stats of last year. They lost their quarterback in the Central Connecticut game, who's healthy now. And I think that they really believe that he can make good things happen for them offensively. They are going to be a really good football team offensively, sound with what they do. But what you're going to then see is a team that's got tremendous defense. I think they got everybody back on defense. And watching that tape over the last 6 months, man, I like their defensive team. So we're going to have our hands full. It's going to be a great challenge. We're going to have great focus in our preparation for the rest of the week as we get ready to go play what I think is a very good, well-coached football team who plays extremely hard.
All righty, and just for the fun of it, also on Thursday night, the Backyard Brawl. Who do you got?
Oh, WVU all the way, man. Come on.
Just wanted it for the record for your sake, right?
Yeah, what the heck? You're either blue and gold, man,
exactly.
and the right blue and gold.
Exactly.
How's
the
that
old
sound?
blue and gold.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
We're not. We don't have anything for any of those Pennsylvania teams. We're all in this together in West Virginia.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach, for joining us here on Monday Night Mayhem. And I think you definitely recommend that filet as well, so stop on by to the Neon Moon Tavern as we're here for another hour, and we'll be joined by Travis Bagent, Tyson Bagent, and more Shepherd players next, right here on Talk Radio, WRNR Martinsburg and TV10.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Welcome back to the Neon Moon Tavern, 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg for some Monday night mayhem, and the mayhem truly begins now as it's Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Spencer Dupuis and our new co-host Travis the Beast Bagent and Tyson Bagent, the Harland Hill winner and Shepherd Rams quarterback. Guys, it's going to be every Monday night a whole bunch of mayhem. Let's kick it right off and talk about some Shepherd football.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to it. Let's start off with you, Tyson. What are your expectations for this season?
I think a lot of the expectations, obviously, every year is to win the last game we play, and obviously that means a national championship as long as we make it to the playoffs first. I'd say as a team, that's usually just the main goal and the only goal and the only thing we focus on.
And you know, when we talked to you at the media day, the scrimmage, you said that this year was more about, for you personally, you know, lowering your interception totals and getting closer with your teammates and doing what you just said is winning the last game that you play.
Yeah, I think, and I think since I talked to you about that, I think I've done all those things. Trying to take care of the ball, you know, every time we practice, approaching practice like it's a game. Just really valuing the football, not giving it up by any means, and really developing a close bond with some of the young guys, because they kind of look at me, you know, as if I'm not just a teammate, as if I'm something bigger than that, you know, because of all the individual success. But I think I've done a good job of, you know, staying down to earth with them and, you know, kind of, you know, beginning those relationships with those young guys throughout camp so far.
Alrighty, I want to talk about the Harlan Hill that you won last season and how much that's meant to you.
I don't think it meant as much to me as it did just everybody who loves me. I think it was a big deal for them. It was obviously amazing to win the Harlan Hill, but I think the importance of it was kind of just like, just for all the support that all my loved ones have given me, and all my, I got a young brother and 2 young sisters, and just kind of showing them what's possible as long as you work hard. That was what I kind of took from the Harlan Hill.
All right, and then Travis, from a dad perspective, what was it like seeing your son accomplish that goal?
Absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm 2 Jaeger bombs in already here at the Neon Moon, so if you guys keep talking about this stuff, I'm going to start crying here. But for the most part, I've been telling Tyson that, for a few years here, that those accolades are really for all of us, so I think that it finally kind of sunk in a little bit, and he kind of noticed that, like his grandmother, his grandparents, his, all the young people, you can just tell, like, when he's around, they're excited, and it's because of those accomplishments.
And, you talk about an accomplishment was something that that Shepherd and the, football boosters, alumni kind of put together was that Tyson Bagent scholarship. What does that mean to you guys as a family, knowing that you've left that huge of an impact, not only on the field, but with the whole team in the athletic department, that they wanted to do that for you?
Yeah, I think that was big. Obviously, once again, that was something cool that my younger siblings don't kind of understand the whole scholarship and how big that is. But I think the older people in my family, my aunts and uncles, grandparents, mom and dad, they understood, kind of how big of a deal that was. And I think for me personally, I listened to a lot of Inky Johnson, and one time he said, always try to leave a place better than you found it. And that's kind of been how I've tried to approach being at Shepherd University, small liberal arts school. The football team's always had a good tradition, so just trying to continue that tradition and kind of just, leave it better than I found it. Because, I think there's a chance my little brother goes to Shepherd, so I don't want him walking into something that's worse than when I got there. I want him to walk into something that's better, that's established, and just a good situation overall.
And because of this, you've been put on the national map, got a chance to go down to the Manning Passing Academy as a counselor. What was that like?
It was special. I think more than any, coaching that I got or any structured advice I got, I think it was more of just a good time to hang out with football players and football knowledgeable people. And then for me, being kind of like an underdog going to a small school, it was kind of seeing what everybody else's arm looked like in comparison to mine. So I knew whenever we worked out, I was going to have to, going into it, I knew I was either going to have to get a job after this season or I would still have a chance to play. So I think I'm confident as ever. The ball didn't come off any different. I look better than most of them physically. So I think really it just comes down to how mentally sharp I can be and how smart I can be with the football.
And also, you've been named to the watch list for the Reese's Senior Bowl, one of the 36 quarterbacks on that. How cool is that, and what is it, I guess, been as a motivator for you?
Yeah, I think it's really cool, and I think once again, people on the outside see that, and they really appreciate that, especially football knowledgeable people understand how important that is. To somebody who doesn't really know football to the extent that I do or that most football people do, they wouldn't really understand what that is. But I think Jim Nagy, he was at the Manning camp. He saw me throw the ball. He saw what I was capable of and kind of what everybody around here kind of already knows. And then obviously he chose the best quarterbacks going into the season for that watch list. So I'm really excited and I'm hopeful to be able to play in that game.
And I know you also got to meet a family friend of mine down at that Manning Passing Academy. I told him to say hi to you, and Todd Schmidt, he's been on our show before, the Sports Mix, and working for NFL Films there. So what was it just like, I guess, the environment down there, not only obviously being with a whole bunch of different quarterbacks, but with some NFL guys as well?
Yeah, I think just kind of all the energy there is kind of geared toward coaching the high school kids. The college guys got to work out, and we got to hang out a lot, but you could see that the main focus that the Mannings have at that whole ordeal is coaching the high school kids, making sure they have fun. You're not necessarily grading anybody as much as you are just kind of teaching them what you know and trying to have them go to sleep every night happy as possible.
All right, let's move on to last season, a special season for Shepherd, especially there at the end with some of those Hail Marys in the playoffs. Just wanted to pick your brain on both of those and how fun it was just emotionally during the play. Walk us through what was going through your mind and then afterwards.
Yeah, I think both of those weeks, Notre Dame was a little bit different because, once that first play happened, we got kind of in field goal range. It was kind of understood that we had a chance of, at least going in overtime. So, even though how it happened was absolutely insane, and especially being at home with all those people there, that was special, and just with all the fans going crazy, and you kind of like. Both of those touchdowns, when it happens, it's crazy and it's exciting, but you almost can't even believe it that actually happened. That the game came down to that point, and we struggled all game to score in those games, but then somehow, some way, you figure out a way to get in the end zone at the end of the game. And I think just the amount of specialness that happened in the playoffs last year is something that I don't think has ever been matched and probably will never be matched again. I think that's maybe not so lucky in the Notre Dame game, but a Hail Mary and in the Kutztown game, a Hail Mary in general, that I'm 2% chance that you're probably going to catch that ball. So
I was about to say, was there ever a doubt in your mind that the season was over? Did you have the confidence throughout the entire time that you guys were winning both games?
I definitely kept the confidence. Especially, I gotta lead the drive. I gotta make plays. I gotta have a clear head. So I definitely always, remained confident throughout the games and knew that we would at least be in range to at least throw a touchdown, basically. So. But then, you see the guys catch the pass and get their foot down, and then you realize you win a game, and it's kind of just like something that you reflect on later, and it really hits, and you're like, wow, how did that happen? So it was definitely special, though.
We can't have you on the show and not talk about this because it was a big part of your off season. This is the last time we're going to ask you about this. I know you probably don't like talking about it now, but you had such a great season last year, and you put yourself in the transfer portal to figure things out. But your intent was probably to stay here the whole time. What was that experience in the transfer portal like in your couple visits that you went on?
Personally, I think the transfer portal was just stressful. It was definitely cool to hear from all the people I heard from, and to get loved on to that extent.
Travis doesn't do that enough?
I think it was.
He's quiet over there. I'm trying to get him involved here.
It was a special and exciting time. I think, especially looking back, I'm definitely glad I did it. I think just in the moment, though, for me especially, when people, because in that whole situation, you got people's feelings involved. You got all these new relationships that you're building with new coaches. So it was definitely an exciting time. I got hit up by a lot of big-time schools, which was, always cool because it was my high school dream to go to those big schools. Got to visit a couple schools. Really was a toss-up at one point in my mind if I was going to leave or stay. So I think it was exciting. I got to take my family on a lot of those trips, so it was fun. It was special. We got to do a lot of fun things. But I think I'm happy with the decision I made. I'm happy to be back home. Hindsight 2020, I definitely believe I made the correct decision, just personally with my life and everything that's happened since I made the decision to stay. And really, it was just fun. Stressful for me, but fun for me now.
It was also fun. Stressful for Coach McCook.
Yeah, it was fun. It's fun now for me, and I think it was fun for everybody else in my family during that time.
How stressed were you, Travis, during that time?
What
was it like?
To me, it was amazing because I wanted to find out. And I think that really my job is to make sure that this guy knows all the information. So I wanted those big-time schools to come around 4 years ago, and the fact that they did, it was awesome. So I'm super glad that we did that.
And you got to take Ezra with you, I'm presuming, when you talk about your family. Do you think that kind of helps him in his recruiting process too? Like, hey, it's me here, but also my younger brother is about to be a senior in high school, and he's a pretty big baller too.
Yeah, I think because of me and because of the perfect age gap between me and Ezra, I think Ezra's been exposed to everything that comes with being a college football player and a college quarterback. So I think he's way more prepared than I was, and that I could have been going into his first year of college. So I think, you know, just being able to see those things at a bigger school just heightens just the senses that he's going to have when going into college, and just the things that he's going to be able to understand and kind of be ahead of the other people that are in his class and that he's competing against.
Alrighty, we're going to take another break, and then when we come back, we'll talk more about this coming week as well as the entire season for Shepherd football. So don't go anywhere, and if you want to, stop on by to the Neon Moon. So even though I said don't go anywhere, here would be okay.
Hop
as
in your
well.
car
Exactly.
and turn on 106.5 FM.
Shepherdstown Road. This is Monday Night Mayhem. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
With Honda, every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures even farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient full-line automaker. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Civic and a 3.9% APR on a 2022 Accord or 2023 HRV.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI based on EPA estimate of MY20 full-line automaker fleet-wide fuel economy 2021 EPA Automotive Trends Report.
When you do the same thing for 135 years, you learn to do it well. For 135 years, we've been helping families through the hardest times of their lives. That's because we're a family as well. When your family loses a loved one, we're here to help. We're Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson. We're here when you need us.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
Advanced technology, compassionate care. That's what you get with WVU Medicine General Surgery. Our expert team of board-certified surgeons at WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center combines state-of-the-art technology with patient-centered medical care. With 3 convenient locations, WVU Medicine General Surgery offers a variety of robotic and laparoscopic surgery options, featuring revolutionary treatments resulting in better surgical outcomes and quicker recoveries. For appointments, call 304-596-2150.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Welcome back into Monday Night Mayhem live from the Neon Moon Tavern in Martinsburg. Colin McLaughlin alongside me, Spencer Dupuis, and the Shepherd Rand quarterback Tyson Bagent, as we're now joined by the tight end Brian Walker as well. And we'll start off by talking about this Thursday night, your guys' game to kick off the season against Southern Connecticut State. What have you seen from them so far, and what are you hoping to exploit between you two to get some big yards?
I think that they are a team that had an average season last year that is going to come into this year hungry. The coach moved the kickoff to 5:30 because they want to be the first D2 football game to kick off. So that's definitely exciting. We got a long trip that's going through New York City. And I think offensively it just comes down to taking care of the ball, getting it to my guys in space so they can do their thing, which is, you know, part of that is Brian right here. And I think more than anything just playing together, not letting the moment be too big, not trying to do too much, and really just, you know, handling our business one play at a time.
And Brian, I was going to say, what does it mean to you now? You're getting a bigger role in this offense.
Oh man, it means everything. Especially
being in the system for a long time and getting to see a lot of successful tight ends like DJ Cornish and Alex Wetzel. So now I'm just really excited. It's my time. It's time to go.
Bring your mic a little bit closer to us too, Brian. You're fine. We could hear you. Just wanted to make sure everybody else can. So, just looking at it, what are your goals for the entire season for both of you? I'll start with you, Brian, since we heard mostly from Tyson already with that question.
The goal is to win a natty and go undefeated. That's plain and simple as it is. We know the recipe. We were close last year, so the expectation's high, even higher, because we want to get to that last step and get to that big stage.
So, D2 poll, you guys are ranked 6. I'm assuming both of you guys think that's too low then?
Yeah, that's a little whack. It's a little whack.
That's what I said on the show today.
You got to prove them wrong, exactly.
I mean, it's a couple teams, from last year where that doesn't even make sense. Like, that number doesn't even make sense. You figure you make it to the Final Four, you got to be at least in the top 4. But I get it. A lot of people think the Super Region 1 is the weaker of the regions. They think they got a lot of powerhouses, up north, which I understand. But I think the season it'll take care of itself in regards to that ranking that we got.
All right, you guys want to continue about the season? You want to have some fun? Let's talk other college sports.
Hey, I'm riding your wave.
NFL. Which one you guys want to talk about? Let's get to know you guys. NFL.
What's
up? Like?
I'm a Miami Dolphin fan through and through.
I'm in between. I was a Redskins fan, but then they started changing things up. They were the Washington Football Club, and now the Commanders. So I might just rock with Mike McCook on the Bills Mafia.
Speaking of the Commanders, there's a former Shepherd player that is on the training camp roster, and he's got a good shot to probably make that practice squad.
Pooch. We got I was teammates with Pooch in 2018. It was his senior year. I think he's a great person. I think he's more than deserving to make at least the practice squad, if not the 53-man. Definitely exciting being able to watch a Shepherd, especially a teammate, play in NFL preseason.
And we talk about, before we kind of talk about other stuff, the way that the other leagues have now come around. Yeah, you want to play in the NFL, but maybe your path to the NFL is the USFL or eventually the XFL. How much do you think those leagues help small college guys?
I think a lot. I think, I think I've had past teammates as well as, people I've played against. I know the Slippery Rock quarterback from 2019, Roland Rivers, got his shot in the USFL this past year. Did a great job, won the starting job, got to play in some games on television. So it's little things like that. Like, Roland Rivers is a bad dude, and he deserves to, at least have more of just a good senior year, a shot, to play on that big stage. So, I think it's a great way for small school guys to make it to the league. It's a great way for small school guys who didn't make it to the league to make money doing what they love.
Alrighty, you mentioned the Dolphins. Is Tua going to be able to do well since he has Hill, or are people still thinking that, or do you still think that he's not going to have a good deep ball to get to Hill?
Nah, I think Tua's the man. I think I think he's the man, but I also know it's his make or break year. They've got the weapons around him. They've got an above-average defense. Traditionally, over the last 5 years, defense has not been the reason they've been losing those games. So I think it's his make-or-break year, and they put the weapons in front of him. We just got to see what he does with it.
Is it enough to win the division over the Bills Mafia?
I think the Dolphins have a chance to win the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
I'm going all in.
Okay.
I think Finn's up. I think we got a shot to win the Super Bowl.
That's biased.
That's okay.
Yeah,
we can do this here.
I'll never listen to a team hopper.
You've got two Commander fans over here.
Unreal.
You weren't born a Miami's fan.
Miami Dolphins only NFL team I've ever loved, and I stand by that.
You stand alone.
Hey Brian, what are some tight ends that you model your game after?
Oh man, Travis Kelce. I love watching him play. He's so good. Some of the best things that they talk about him doing is finding open space, like before the ball is thrown, just to give Pat Mahomes the greatest opportunity to complete a pass. Rob Gronkowski is another guy I watch, and George Kittle.
Did you watch any Chris Cooley growing up?
I did. I had Chris Cooley jersey and all that. Yeah. But back in the day, when you're younger, you really watch like the guys that like are all flashy. Younger, you just watch all the touchdowns and all that. So I was always locked on the running back. So Clinton Portis was my guy. I always watched. But as I've gotten older, I started watching more of the my position and watch the details of that and try to model my game after those guys.
All right, we'll ask you the same question. Quarterback, when you were growing up, who were the guys that you were watching that you're like, I want to be like this guy one day?
I'd say growing up, it was probably Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, and Drew Brees. I think today, Aaron Rodgers is the man. That's the guy I roll with. Yeah, that's my favorite quarterback. That's who I try to model my game after.
You're more clutch than him in the postseason.
Yeah, I try to model my life after him and football. I think Aaron Rodgers is a good dude, good role model, and yeah, that's who I've been rolling with.
Think he gets another Super Bowl before he's done?
I don't know.
I know you said the Dolphins this year, so I mean,
he's the best football player on the planet. Back-to-back MVP. Wouldn't be surprised if he won MVP again. But we'll really be able to see what he's made of without Devontae Adams this year. So I'm excited to watch that.
Alrighty, let's get more about just you guys, what you like to do other than football.
Just anything?
Yeah,
just
sure.
What we like. All right, I'll go first.
Let everybody get to know you guys.
I like to read. I like to hang out with my family. I like to work out. I just got into recently. I started watching anime, so I like to watch a little bit of that in my downtime. Big coffee guy over the last year, and I like to hang out with my buddies. That's what I like to do.
Yeah, I'm always hanging around. Like, these are our roommates too, so we're always around each other, always hanging out. Like, always in the kitchen cooking, or we
Who's
go down.
Who's the best cook?
Who's the best cook? Nah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's not Muck Cook? I was about to say.
Mike's pretty one-dimensional. He's a chicken and rice guy. Chicken and rice.
He doesn't even get to answer for himself over here.
I was about to say, you want to switch?
We're just
You can defend
him.
yourself? No? Next week? Says he doesn't need to defend himself. He knows he's the best.
Oh, but I like to just hang out with my friends. We're always together. So when we're working out together. When we're doing rehab, whatever it is, like we like to go down to the river and all hang out in there, and it's super cold. So we're sitting there kind of like all locked in, but we're together all locked in. I don't know, I'm always around my guys.
What are you guys looking forward to most last season at Shepherd?
I think I'm looking forward to taking everything in, exactly how it is. It's the last time I get to do it. So, win, loss, or draw, I want to make sure that I'm maintaining, my good relationships with all my friends that I know I'm going through it for just one more time. So even the stuff that's annoying that you don't really, look forward to doing, looking forward to crushing it and just understanding that it's the last time. Just really kind of not letting it fly by. I want to take everything in. It's the last time these coaches are going to be coaching me as a player. Last time playing with my buddies in college. Last time that it'll be this convenient for my family to come to a game. So I'm just not letting the moment pass me without me just realizing it's the last time.
I hope it's not the last time your family can see you again. I'm wanting you to go to the Commanders. They need a quarterback.
Yeah, well, last time it'll be this convenient.
I don't know how Wentz is going to be.
Tyson Bagent goes back
like
to the Commanders, I'll stay with the Commanders.
I was about to say, I'd like to see him in Burgundy and
That team got hope if Tyson Bagent goes there.
For you, Brian, what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, kind of just topping off what he said. We were in camp, we get put in Thatcher in the little rooms with no AC and all that, and we were just talking and just going into the season. Like I don't want to take any of it for granted. So whenever like the times are rough, just remember we only get one shot to do this. So I just take everything in and don't take anything for granted every day. Just stack the days.
All right, Tyson, I got a text from our morning guy, Rob Mari, who wants me to ask you about your thoughts about the Martinsburg documentary that was made during your time there.
Man, I thought that they did a great job with that documentary. I thought they did a very professional job, and I think it turned out very well. And it was kind of crazy how it all worked out because it was about kind of opioid and drug abuse in the city of Martinsburg and how bad it is, and then we ended up having 4 players, including me, with close family members that had stuff go south with those things. So I think it worked out kind of perfectly in the sense of the show's goal, and I think it had an effect on a lot of people. I know I cried when I watched it. I know my family cried when they watched it, and kind of got the inside scoop of some of my teammates that I didn't even really know that they had those things going on. So I think it kind of shows that family is a really big deal, and kind of also how football can bring a community together even when that community is kind of broken outside of that football space. So I thought it was special. I thought he did a good job.
One other one here before we end this segment. I know Rob actually coaches high school football at Oakdale in the Frederick area. You guys got a guy from Oakdale, freshman Cam Dorner. What have you seen from that guy? Because he's also going to play basketball for the Rams. Is he a dedicated guy?
He is, yeah. I think he is. He's definitely flashed. He's definitely shown flashes in camp. He's definitely, for a stint there was the deep ball guy. I've never seen somebody catch that many, win and catch that many deep balls in a given amount of days. But like anything, he's definitely, he's hit his strides. He's had his roadblocks. But I think overall, Cam Dorner's going to be a special athlete at Shepherd.
He's just a freshman this year.
All right, before we wrap up this segment and let you guys go, I want you, Tyson, to just let our viewers and listeners know the reason why we're here and why we're having this show on Monday Night Mayhem live from the Neon Moon, because it's you.
Here we go. We're at the Neon Moon every Monday night. So it's Monday Night Football, Monday night game. I'm going to be around for the Monday night game. There's going to be a lot of Shepherd athletes here. This is a deal that I've gotten with the Neon Moon to help, bring publicity to this new spot. They got a beautiful outside section. They got a beautiful inside section. If you want to have a good time on Monday night, the Neon Moon is the place to be. If you want to be surrounded by Shepherd football players who are, filled with excitement and, love for the game, and you want to pick their minds, or you want to get something signed or take a picture, the Neon Moon is the place to be every night, Monday Night Football.
It's your second NIL deal.
Oh, I got a couple NIL deals. Shout out to Rockwell. Shout out to Rockwell Clothing, not Rock Wool, Rockwell.
Completely different.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, this is a clothing company stationed out west. If you want, a coupon, the coupon code is Tyson B500. You get a percentage off of your order. They got good gear. They got bags. They got shirts, shorts, socks, whatever you need. So. Shout out to Rockwell. Shout out to the Neon Moon.
Shout out to Hagerstown 4.
Shout out to Hagerstown 4. You want 10% off of a $100,000 whip? Use the coupon code Tyson Bagent. Get you a nice ride.
All right.
If you know somebody that can get a $100,000 whip, I want to know them as well. Okay? So
yeah.
We need some friends around here to help us out.
Hagerstown 4.
Get some sponsors.
Hey, you'll be able to. You see his commercial, or he's in the commercial that we filmed out there. So that is actually a real thing.
What you guys get to eat as well? What do you recommend?
So this is my first time here. Ordered the Old Bay wings.
That's what I got.
Off
it was
the
good.
chain.
It was.
Yeah, off the chain.
The wings are pretty big, too. So.
Don't ever get boneless wings.
They're not wings.
Yeah, boneless wings.
We can talk about that next.
Boneless wings are chicken nuggets.
You're right. He's right.
Chicken nuggets for big guys.
He's right.
No, don't do it. But
right.
We'll take our break now. Switch things around, so don't go anywhere. This is Monday Night Mayhem live from the Neon Moon in Martinsburg on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move. mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Welcome back as we're live at the Neon Moon at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg for some more Monday Night Mayhem. Colin McLaughlin here as I'm rejoined by the villain, Dylan Bishop, as well as the Beast, Travis Bagent. We're going to start in some predictions for the NCAA season.
First of all,
the top 25, but yeah, I was going to get to it. I wanted to just preview it, but I'm going to let you get to your part,
Let's make it clear that I never go on a segment again unless I am the focal point of the segment, okay? All right. No problem. Continue, young man.
All right. You want to preview what we have going on at the end of the show?
Well, I just want everyone to know what exactly, I know it was a little weird, that last segment, what exactly my role is here on Monday night. So I just want to let you know.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Apologize for the technical difficulties as we're back at the Neon Moon in Martinsburg. As we're joined by the Beast, Travis Bagent. We're talking about the challenge that we have at the end of our show. I know you're saying you are starting it at 8 o'clock here at the tavern, but we were hoping, from 7:45 to 8 o'clock to get a little bit of it on the show. Well, I know you got to keep it PG, though, for our trash talk. We don't want to get fined, but...
Absolutely no doubt. The first contestant will always be, the sponsor will bring those athletes here, but we will continue on. I just want to make sure everyone knows that we don't care if there's 200 people here waiting on Monday nights at 8 o'clock to arm wrestle the Beast. Every one of you will get a fair shake out of it, and like I said, $500 will start next Monday. Sahara Drive Basements will put up that $500 for anybody that wants that smoke from the World Arm Wrestling League champion of the world.
And what do they have to do? Do they have to beat you, or do they
have to do is show up here at the Neon Moon, walk up to that bar, buy themselves a beer, and come over here, and these butt whippings will be free from 8 till about 9:30.
To get the $500, though, do they have to beat you? Do they just have to last? What
Well,
are you doing?
okay, we can go with the last. I would say the $500 is if they were able to win, but I need you guys to know that as soon as we say go, I usually win immediately. So
I believe it. That's why I'm not challenging you.
Holding there for 5 or 10 seconds is really not an option unless I want to entertain the crowd and do a little commentary.
They don't call you the Beast for nothing, I'm sure.
100%.
All right, so let's get into our college football predictions. We're going to go with the top 25 games here this week and then get into some Shepherd as well as some NFL predictions. I know the NFL season doesn't start for 2 more weeks, but we're still going to go over and talk just about who we think is going to win each division and then our Super Bowl prediction. That fine? So let's start off with Central Michigan against number 12, Oklahoma State. I got Oklahoma State getting that win. I think it's pretty easy. The Cowboys, I think, can be potentially the Big 12 champions this year as well. They have a pretty good team.
Yeah, if Oklahoma has a down year, then I think that's what's going to happen. Then I got to go with Oklahoma State.
Yeah, well, listen, Captain Obvious here. Let's go with Oklahoma State because they're the number 12th ranked team in the country, and they're playing Central Michigan, and we would be crazy to go with Central Michigan unless one of our kids played at Central Michigan, in which they don't.
Of course.
All right, another one that's probably going to be easy is VMI against number 22 in the nation, Wake Forest. I got Wake Forest winning.
Got to go Wake.
Demon Deacons all the way.
Team that almost won the ACC last year.
Had a good
year.
year.
They should be a good team again this year. All right, next, going a little bit more west instead of central, it's Western Michigan against Michigan State, number 15 in the nation. I got Sparty Nation getting the win.
I've actually got Michigan State against the spread as well in this game. So I think by multiple touchdowns they win this
If we don't start switching the order here, everyone's going to think that we are copying off of Colin.
I mean,
and yes,
I did give a paper that already had my predictions on it.
Michigan State, I will go with.
All right, Sam Houston against number 6, Texas A&M. I got Texas A&M winning. I know it sounds like we're all doing the same, but you got to know, it's week 1. Those are typically cupcake games, or here and there, there's sometimes top 25 teams going up against each other in some special kickoff game. But other than that, you got to go with the big guys, right?
I agree 100%. Money is the main reason here. Texas A&M, no problem.
Got to go Aggies.
All right, I know if you watch College Game Day, some of the guys had Texas A&M in the playoffs, even in the national championship. You guys think that's legit?
I mean,
it's the SEC. It's tough.
They got to play Bama every year in the West, the SEC. So I mean, they can put up a fight against Bama sometimes, but I can't pick them to be in the playoffs.
I think we've learned that even an early loss from Bama does not prevent you from winning the national championship. Texas A&M spent the most money, so I believe they have a legitimate chance to make that Final Four.
All right, Colorado State against number 8, Michigan. Give me the Wolverines. I like that team a lot. I think that they have the potential to finally gain control in the Big Ten.
Got to go with Michigan.
Yeah, you gave my boy Murphy Clement a pair of cleats.
Exactly.
We're rolling with the Wolverines.
I already liked the Wolverines before that.
Yep.
But that adds even more.
Amen.
All right. Number 13, NC State against East Carolina. I got NC State winning.
Be the Wolfpack.
100% NC State, and they have an outstanding quarterback there, so I believe that they will, in fact, win.
All right. Number 11, Oregon against number 3, Georgia. Finally, 2 top 25 teams in the nation going up against each other, so it might make it a little more difficult. I don't think it does. I think Georgia is a contender for the national championship, so give me the Bulldogs, even though it's not Martinsburg.
11 seems kind of high for Oregon, losing Mario Cristobal to Miami. So, I mean, either way, even if it wasn't, if he still came back, I got to go with the Bulldogs.
This is where I'm going to ruffle the feathers a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, everyone thinks Georgia's going to win. However, when we come back here next week and Oregon has this upset, you're going to start putting some respect on my name when it comes to any and all of these predictions.
Wow. Who's been putting disrespect on your name? Because I want to see if they're mentally okay if they're putting disrespect on your name, the Beast.
Got to ride with Bo Nix and the Ducks? All right.
Bo Nix has a win over Alabama.
That is true. That is definitely true. So UTEP versus number 9, Oklahoma. I don't like the Sooners being in the Big 12 as a West Virginia fan, but I got to go Boomer Sooner on this one. Give me Oklahoma.
Unfortunately, Brent Venables is a good coach.
Imagine if Oklahoma develops a real defense.
That's true. I mean, they need to when they get to the SEC, right?
100%, and I think nobody could do it better than maybe Vint. So I think that Oklahoma is going to win, and it may not be the typical Oklahoma thing. I think they're going to play good defense.
All right, I think it's Bethune against Miami. Never heard of that college or why Miami's playing them, but I think the U wins easily.
I believe the U is coming there.
The U.
With a big,
shout out Avery Newport, by the way. Our former
Miami is coming to town with a big paycheck, and they're going to pay them boys so that they don't mind beating them up there.
I am mad, though, at the U for getting rid of the turnover chain this season. It's something that I feel like
why would they ever
should be there forever with the U. They've always been that flashy college that everybody loves down in Miami, and the fact that that's gone as a tradition, I feel like hurts the program.
Yeah, I think Miami was in a situation where they had players that were bigger than the brand at some point, and that's why these turnover chains and things like that can develop. However, when you start going 500, no one wants to see a turnover chain.
All right, let's go to another top 25 against top 25, and that's number 23, Cincinnati, against number 19, Arkansas. I like the Bearcats. Give me Cincinnati. I thought they were a really good team last year. I think they're going to be another good team this year and could be a pretty good competitor come time they're in the Big 12.
I really think this is going to be one of the best games this weekend. I'm going to go with the Bearcats, too, even though they lost Desmond Ridder. I think both teams are really good, but I got to roll with the Bearcats.
It shows here I'm going to separate myself from you guys here next week. This will be my second. But I really don't think it's not an upset, and the reason is because Arkansas plays big boy football. Cincinnati will run into trouble early in the season playing the Razorbacks.
That's fair.
All right, number 24, Houston against UTSA. I like those guys down in San Antonio. Give me UTSA to beat Dana Holgorsen and the Houston Cougars.
You like the Roadrunners?
I do. Roadrunners all over.
I got to go with Dana. I have to disagree with you finally for once, Colin.
Let's talk about Dana White and the fact that he is maybe the third most hated guy in the history of West Virginia now with his departure. However, that Clayton Tune is an absolute animal, and we can't forget that Houston, they only lost those 2 games.
I was about to say Dana Holgorsen, not Dana White.
Yeah. That's right, yeah, Dana Holgorsen.
I was about to say Dana White completely different.
That's our guy.
That's UFC. That's our guy, man.
Sorry. So,
I was about to say.
I think it's easy.
You trying to get him to challenge you for some arm wrestling or something, getting Dana White here?
That'd be a fun match, wouldn't it?
It's easy to hate on
I'd still
Dana
go
Holgorsen.
with the Beast.
However, Houston has an outstanding senior quarterback, and they will win the game.
Alrighty, Troy against number 21, Ole Miss. Give me Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin.
Ole Miss.
Alrighty, let's move on now to number 25, BYU against South Florida. This time I'm going with the Cougars, but it's BYU, not Houston.
I'm taking BYU and the points. Cover the spread.
Okay, BYU it is for me as well.
Alrighty, Rice against number 14, USC. Give me the Trojans.
I'm going with USC, but I think Rice covers. It's a 34-point.
Is that one of your bets that you're telling people to do, Dylan?
That is 34.5-point spread. I don't think USC's covering. I think they're a little overrated. I don't think they're going to start out right away with Lincoln Riley and do off to the races.
Yeah, they have to be overrated because of the star power that they have there. However, USC's the real deal. They'll win.
All right, number 7, Utah against Florida. I got Utah. It's going to be a tough one. They're at Florida, but I think the Utes can pull it off.
I got to go with the Utes.
I like it. Once again, the Gators for the upset. Let's go.
It would be an upset.
That's 3 games. That's 3 games we're different on this
one. All right, Albany against number 10, Baylor. Got to go with Baylor.
Yeah, Baylor.
I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year, but I still think they're solid enough to beat Albany.
Let's go with Baylor.
Baylor loves those cupcake games in non-conference.
Illinois State versus number 18, Wisconsin. Going to jump around, go with the Wisconsin boys.
Jump around. Go Badgers.
Big boy football. Let's go Wisconsin.
Miami, Ohio versus number 20, Kentucky. Give me the Wildcats.
Kentucky and the points.
Will Levis going to make his name for the Heisman Trophy right on week 1. Go Kentucky.
Utah State versus number 1 Alabama. Bama easily.
Roll Tide.
Alabama.
Go with the points?
Yeah, whatever.
They get up by a lot, then they take the starters out. That's iffy.
All right, final 3 games that we have to predict. 2 top 5 teams in the nation. Number 5, Notre Dame against number 2, Ohio State. I always feel like Notre Dame is always overhyped. I know they have a good program, but I feel like they get preference over other schools. I think Ohio State, and I think Ohio State by at least 3 scores.
This is like a 17-point spread. I think Notre Dame's going to cover, but this will only be about 2 touchdown game. But Ohio State's going to be incredible this year.
Getting started first and eventually the national champion Ohio State Buckeyes for the win in week 1.
All righty, let's get into our local games now, both on Thursday night. We'll start with the Backyard Brawl, being the 105th edition. Number 17, Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium, taking on the West Virginia Mountaineers. And I think it's a sin in this state to go other than WVU, Blair Sweet Caroline, and then end at the end with some country roads. Give me the Mountaineers pulling off the upset.
Go Ears. Couches are getting burnt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, everyone loves Neil Brown in the WVU Mountaineers. So, hey, there's nothing different here on the Eastern Panhandle. Let's go WVU.
And then, of course, Southern Connecticut State against the Shepherd Rams. Shepherd.
I'm not rolling against my alma mater. Go Rams. They're led by the soon-to-be 2-time Harlan Hill Award winner, Tyson Bagent.
Hey, I like the way that sounds. Ladies, gentlemen, please, for my sanity and sleep, may the Shepherd Rams triumph in this game.
All righty. We'll take a 3-minute break, and then when we come back, maybe we'll have some arm wrestling. Maybe we'll just get into some NFL predictions. We'll have to wait and see. Don't go anywhere. So we're live from the Neon Moon Tavern right here in Martinsburg. This is Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music. And Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Did you know that specialty care is now available in Shepherdstown? At the WV Medicine Shepherdstown Medical Office Building, you have access to more healthcare services and physicians nearby. Cardiology services are offered there through WVU Medicine Heart and Vascular Institute, operated by University Health Associates. Other specialty care offered at WV Medicine Shepherdstown includes endocrinology, metabolic health, and 2 departments of Berkeley Medical Center, Lab, and X-ray. Make an appointment for these specialty care offices at wvumedicine.org.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsinis.com. Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Get into the game.
Almost done. 10 seconds. Headsets.
So we're all in here right now?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Welcome back for our final segment live from the Neon Moon Tavern at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg for some Monday Night Mayhem. And it's truly time for that mayhem right now as, Travis, you found a challenger.
Yeah, no doubt. So we're just going to go over, just so you people understand exactly what will happen if, in fact, you come and you want to do the arm wrestling challenge. So you'll step up to the table. This gentleman has decided to do it right-handed. His right elbow is on the pad.
My favorite part is that you have to teach him, man.
His left hand is on that peg there. I am going to allow them to get whatever grip that you want just so I can feel how strong you are. I will let you then say, go, young man, go ahead and say it.
Go.
Boom. And then right about now is when he just felt it, right? And then from there, I'm just going to ask you to look here in my eyes. Listen, just relax there. I'll take care of everything, young man. And there we go.
I don't know. I think you got to do it again. I don't think Spencer really tried.
No, listen.
All right, let's do it one more time.
Okay, I got it.
I felt like that was everything Spencer had.
Spencer,
okay, Spencer.
3 seconds. Come on.
You're the man, Spencer. 3 seconds, Spencer. You get the $500. Here we go. Ready, set, go. 1,001. 1,002, and there it is. So close, Spencer. Listen.
I don't know.
Oh, I get $500.
When'd you start that clock?
I stopped.
When'd you start that clock?
The only clock that's worse than, well, I don't even want to get into that. Let's not even get into that. This is a PG show.
Yes,
Thanks a lot, Spencer,
keep
for the
it PG,
demonstration,
so.
though, young man.
Great job there, Spencer. Way to be a trooper and go up against the beast, because Dylan and I know that we wouldn't stand a chance either. I don't think anybody that comes up to the plate probably.
Yeah, we were smart. We let someone else try it.
Around here came close.
No, absolutely not. I set up here at the Arnold Classic, at the Mr. Olympia, at the Supercross events all over the country, and that is a 100% guaranteed I'm going to win every single time.
All right, let's get into our NFL predictions for the entire season, pick our division winners, and then go into who we think is going to be the Super Bowl matchup and champions. For me, AFC-wise, I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills in the East, in the North, the Cincinnati Bengals, in the South, the Tennessee Titans, and in the West, the LA Chargers.
I'm not really feeling the Dolphins. I'm not really a Tua guy. Apologies to Tyson. Hopefully he's not listening. But I think the Bills might be the best team in the league. So I got to go with them. And I'm not riding against my Ravens. I'm not riding against Lamar Jackson. They're going to win 13 games this year, and they're going to make it to at least the AFC Championship game. And in the South, I got to go with the Colts. I'm not in on the Titans either. And then I got to go with the Chiefs over the Chargers, although I think they're both really good.
All right, well, you guys really hit me good here. So this AFC East, I agree that the best player in the league is in Buffalo, and he is their quarterback, and we love Josh Allen. But I'm going personally with the New England Patriots out of the East. I think
like
that
Mac Jones.
Now Mac Jones is settled in. I think Bill Belichick will allow him to throw the ball a little bit more this year. Their defense is up to par, and the New England Patriots will win. I love Joe and those Cincinnati Bengals, so I'm good with that. Even the Tennessee Titan prediction with Henry coming back and being successful, I can live with that. And unfortunately, I have to agree with you with the Chargers. I think that Herbert's an outstanding human being and maybe one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
All right, a minute and a half left, so we got to go quickly. NFC-wise in the East, it's always sloppy in the East. I think the Commanders, though, in Washington, my guys can pull it out. In the North, got to go with the Green Bay Packers still. In the South, got to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And in the West, I think it's going to be tougher for them, but give me the LA Rams.
I think the Packers and Bucks are pretty easy picks. I'll go with the Rams in the West as well, but I'm going to go with the Eagles in the NFC East.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Super Bowl champs are coming out of the NFC East. They are, in fact, the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the league, and he'll show it this year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who cares about the
Travis.
rest of them? The Packers, the Bucks, and the Rams. Who cares? The Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl championship, baby.
Who are they beating in the Super Bowl?
I'm going to say that they are going to beat the Buffalo Bills.
I'm going Bills in winning the Super Bowl over the Packers.
I got the Buffalo Bills losing in the Super Bowl to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady gets his 8th and goes out on top. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tune in every Monday night from 6 to 8, live here from the Neon Moon on Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg. It's Monday Night Mayhem. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again